SAP ABAP training program, and this is the third video of the ABAP data dictionary, and we are here in the slide number 26, and let us begin from here directly. So our objective is to create a address structure. This is the component of the structure like name, father's name, street, post, and district, state, and pin code. And the elements are Z, Y, N, and S underscore name. Let me show you here on the next one slide. So here mandate MA and DT is compulsory. MA and DT is the data element. So let us talk about the MA and DT little bit of. So here MA and DT, when I click on the MA and DT and see that it was already created, and see here, this is the data element which is MA and DT, and see that the domain also is MA and DT. So here MA and DT is the domain. So this MA and DT data element is linked with the domain MA and DT. It is CLNT is a data type and the length is 3. We are client number. We are coming under the client number 800. So domain is MA and DT, and this data type you can see is common, and the type character is also common. Decimal is not there. Output length is 3. This MA and DT, if you just see that its properties, it will see it is created at the beginning of the SAP, like 1992 around SAP, with the package is SABP. This is a package name. So this is the MA and DT, which is having the same domain name and same element. Now with this MA and DT are done, so data element, name, and short description is reflected. Let us put a name of the field like NAME name, and a data element as JBK08S name. See, I have not created this data element earlier. So good thing about this data dictionary is that you can write this name even though it is a new, and you can create it directly from here. Forward also you can create like this. So you just double click it. Once you give a double click, it will ask for that whether you go for a save. Obviously yes. So when you give a save button, you will have to create a data element. So whatever the name you have given, the same data element is prompting over here. So data element name is S name, student name. So with the code, this name, I will suggest that you will change this code for you another one. So S name is the student name. So there is a short description. Give a short description, that name of the student, whatever you can write. Then you can have you need to have a domain. You can have a predefined type. You can have a domain type. So predefined is very simple. If you go for domain, so there are some advantages. Like one, as we discussed here. Two things like student name and father's name can be under one domain. So in the domain name, see the difference. The domain name is JBK08 underscore NAM. Here it is S name is the field name. So just remember these two differences are there. So domain is also new. This name is we have not created it. So when I am writing this as a new thing in the ABAP dictionary, I need to have a double click over here. So when I do a double click, it will ask that you save in some package. So when I put on a save on some package, and I have to click a save button. So I have already defined my package already there. So I save it there. See, this is the data object. This is the element which is saved in this package. So here, after the save button, it is prompt me to the request number is given, the data element is given, and I have to just click save button. So my data element is saved. So he is asking the domain ko bhi save karo, like domain you save. Yes, the domain name is this, with S is not their name. So for S, for student, S is there, father, F is there. So that we will go to add up over here. So data element is done, the domain is we are going to save. In the domain, we define it as a character. Number of character is 20. Decimal is not required. Output length, you can say 23 also. Because if you put a comma or sometimes a hyphen in the character, so that can be counted. Otherwise, 20. So range value is also missing it over it. So once you create a domain, remember that there is a save button and there is an active button. So when you have put a save button over there, then you will get save it in a package. So you need to save it on the package. Then you need to prompt a request number. You can remember the same request number. Domain is also saved in the same package. So now this domain is saved. So it is the prompt will appear here that it is saved. So once you save button, so our job is over here. Then we have to give active button. So when you put an active, so you will say that okay, you have you're activating. So value range is not yet done. So probably they will prompt up to the value range. So here we are going to get we need to go for a back button because already we have defined a domain. So we have to define go back to the data element. Again we save and activate. And but since we have not filled the field value, so it is prompted me to go to the field label. In the field label, this empty is there. So just copy any of the content like name of the student from there and paste it over here. Same, and just double click at this point. When you double click, this automatically this length will be filled up, short, medium, long, and heading. And then what you will get is that you save here and activate. Remember that in the past also, whenever you write all those things, don't forget to write click the save button and activate button. Once you do activate, it will say active object generated, and a prompt over here is reflected like it is active. So once you created for the name as a field and ZBK08 S name as the element, you see that we have made it a character and length is 20, name of the student IJT Sarang is mentioned over here. So this part we have done, field is done, we created this as an element is done, and this is a domain is done. So similarly, the way we have created the name as a field and then element, then character and this, all these things, we can do for the same thing for the father, street, post, district, state and pin code. And we can create a different element. So here we suggested that the father name will coming under the different element but same domain. So domain will be like same but element will be different. All will have a different elements, but post street and postal, this will have a same domain. Similarly, district and state will have a same domain. Domain is just like decided with the character C. The character is 25. This is 30. So why don't we put it in a same domain? And then the pin code is a numeric character, so let it be in another domain. So I can use this domain YN is not there, BK08, we can write it, and NUMC. I can write something else over here just for simplicity written like this. So if I use it for the pin code, I can use it also for the phone number. The same domain I can use it for phone number. So till now it is okay, and we put this as a key. So name as a key over here and the initial value all are ticked. So now after doing this, we have to go for enhancement. So go to the extra and enhancement category and click over there. Initially it was not classified, so you decide to classify like it can be deep. That means under the street we can have a street 1, street 2, or we can have a like subset of it. So you will put a copy mark over here, and then this is done. So your extra, that enhancement part is done. So now you have a technical setting. Go for the technical setting. Already we have done it. So in the technical setting, your data class, that is a master data and transparent table, and what is the memory size or number of records it will hold. So depending on that, you decide these two. And buffer not allowed, because this is for demo purpose. We will have lot of transactions, so buffering not allowed is better. It will save time. And then we will have to save button, and after that we will press the back button. When you go back button, the table content, now in the table is done, so we have to see the table content, or we have to enter the data inside it. So to enter data, go to the utilities, inside it table content and table entries. When you put a table entries over here, so let us say mandate is, see, this is a key terms, this is in blue color. So I decided, let us say that the student name is Alpha, father's name is Brijesh, and some quarter and street and the pin code. So let us say for simplicity Alpha, Brijesh, and then in this way, so you just put a save button, so you will say database record successfully created. Then you put a reset button, again you can add another database over here. So we can then when you can load it like this database you have put. Now you want to see that what is the display, what are the content inside it. So you can see that for simplicity I have made it like Alpha 1 for Brijesh, and another student is Beta, Alpha Beta for Brijesh, and it is in this order, the order in which I have entered. So Brijesh 1, Alpha 1 and Beta 1, like that. So in this way, it is a 6 student name is created, and with 3 fathers' name. So this Brijesh and Brijesh is common with father for Alpha and Beta. So like that, it has been created. So now, suppose I want to create an Alpha student again with another father name. Maybe another father is having the same son, like name like Alpha. So what is the problem over here? It is saying that this is magnifying it. So data record maybe is already exists. Specific key already exists. So he is not accepting that Alpha as because another name, because it has to be unique. So how to manage this? You make these two as a like combination of first key and secondary key. So what we've done, we just do this is a secondary key. See, the father name has been we put a key over here. So when you put a key over here, now this name and father name, this name and father name both are in blue color along with mended. Now this name you can put Alpha, and father name you can have Rohit, and you can have another database. So database recorded successfully. Like this, if you do, and you can have like, you can fill up the lot of database in the address. So when you fill up this all the database in address, at least now you are able to, and see this active button is done, save, active, these are the most prominent thing you must look at here. So and technical settings. So further you will be learning lot of things. So for now you are sure that you are able to at least create a table of your own with a certain structure that is defined. The structure what is defined is, I will just go back to the structure that is being told to define is this. So here this is what the structure of the address and how it is related with the in this main body is like this. So your objective is that you have done this table. Now this table, this is for the address part. So the address part, you have to link the address with this main table, and this is the table number 3. This is T3. Then you have got another table which is called T2. So T3 is the T3 is a subset of T2. So from T2, the address part, if you click, this thing is there, and this must be linked with the first table. The first table is T1. The T2, T3 is a subset of T1. So if T1 is done, and you can relate the T1 and T2 with the term called name. So how we are going to relate the name from T1 to T2 and how we are going to relate these 3 tables, we will see in the subsequent video. Thank you very much.